Welcome back to the channel. It's your brother DS, back with another figure to check out, unbox, all that good stuff. And today's guest of honor is Voltron, Defender of the Universe, soul of Chogokin GX-71 Voltron. Go Lions. But let's jump into this. Like I said, this is brand new. I haven't even seen it yet. So we're gonna unbox it and check it out. I like the box. Pretty cool. A lot of product shots, so you know exactly what you're getting. Not bad. It's basically just a box with a bunch of product shots all over it. So let's get everything out, and we're gonna lay it out on the table, and then we'll go from there. So just looking at everything, I don't know what everything is called. We just gonna call it whatever weapon to whatever line it goes to. But I do know this is the spinning blade for Voltron. This is the handle for it. Plugs in right here. And bam. Just like that, you got the handle. You got the yelling faceplate for Voltron. Got your sticker sheet. Double-sided blade. Plugs together like that. Bam. Chromed out, which means fingerprints. Got the blazing sword. Let's do this. And it looks damn good. Nice paint job. Again, chromed out blade, which means fingerprints. But it looks good. That's a damn good looking sword. It's plastic, not die cast, but you don't want a die cast sword because then it will make it hard for him to hold it. All right, so then you got the Red Lion, his mouth blade, his two hip weapons. So we'll check him out on the figure itself. Get the Blue Lion, his two hip weapons. We'll check those out on the figure. His mouth blade. Looks good. Black Lion's two hip weapons. Basically two cannons. And they look pretty good as well. Both of them are the same, so this is what they look like. His mouth blade. Let's do this. There you go. We get the Yellow Lion and his two weapons. Little spike thing and a double cannon. And his mouth blade. And these all appear to be painted. Well, that's some damn good molded coloring. And that's for all of them. They look good. Even if it's just molded plastic, they still look real good. That's some good molded coloring, man, for real. I think this is painted though. Look at that. That looks damn good. That is a premium looking piece. Green Lion's mouth blade. And that looks good. His hip weapons. This is the other one. So yeah, we'll check them out on the actual lions. I think that's all the weapons. Y'all see the lions, which we will get close-ups of. Get the instruction book. I advise y'all to look through it. I had to look through it just to see which weapon goes with who, because I don't remember that stuff by heart. I used to watch Voltron faithfully, and even when I was watching it faithfully, I couldn't tell you whose was what by heart, because those weapons you rarely ever saw them. And then, you know, this is the instructions on how to put the base together, which I will pull up front right now, but this is the book. Definitely check it out. And here is the display base with the slide out piece. And you have the option of using this nameplate on it, or the one that I use, which simply says Voltron. So, I mean, it makes no sense for me to use this when I don't even know what it says. I can take a guess, which my guess will probably be right, but this is what I grew up with, so that's what I'll use. But that's pretty cool that they, and this thing slides out real easy. As you can see, I just barely moved and it slid right out, knocking stuff over. But it's cool that they give you both, so you can have the option between which one you want to use. So yeah, and everything that we're looking at stores on this thing. So after we look at the lions and their weapons on them, I'm gonna put everything on here and then we'll see what it looks like with all the stuff on this thing. Definitely gonna need the instructions for that. So I'm gonna put that back there. So we're gonna look at the green lion first, and here he is. And it's not bad. Pretty small, but looks pretty good. Looks like the green lion from what I can tell from the cartoon. I don't like the tail though. I don't like the way that looks. But I don't know, I guess it was necessary for combine mode. But I don't care for it, how it looks though. But other than that, looks pretty good. I ain't gonna lie, when I first took it out the box, it looks like a little rat or a mouse instead of a lion. But yeah, chromed out, got a little weight to it, not a lot. Don't need a lot because it's an arm and you don't want to have all that weight up top. In combine mode, it's not a good idea. Too much weight on top makes the figure fall over. But yeah, posable legs, pretty much friction, and you pull them out to get more articulation on them. They do push in. You get this joint here so you can actually bend them up, and you can have them kind of like sit down, but the tail kind of gets in the way, but he can sit. Let's see. Trying to get a decent sit. That's probably as good as it's gonna get right there. Trying to get it to be even. It could just be my table because it's not sitting even. It's probably my table, but there he is sitting down. So you can do that. The head goes up like that, down. Can kind of turn to the side, but it's not a lot. See, not a lot at all. Probably see it better from up top. That's about as much as you getting either way. And that's pretty much the same thing with the Red Lion. And that's about it to this thing. Mouth opens to reveal his mouth weapon. So yeah, he got a gun in the mouth. You can fold it down. So now you just got him roaring. Then you can put his blade. And I believe it plugs up into the top of the mouth like this. Yep. So it plugs in, and then you just close the mouth. And now you got the mouth blade. Let's keep it moving. Red Lion, pretty much the same as the Green Lion as far as articulation on the legs. Same thing back here, sits about the same, nothing different. Got the mouth weapon as well. And nice paint job, looks good. Chromed out legs, fingerprints. I also don't like this tail. Same as the Green Lion. But, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, he looks good. So that's the Red Lion and Green Lion. Pretty much identical. All right, let's get to the big boys. Let's do the Blue Lion. So here's the Blue Lion. Pretty much similar with the pull-out legs, front and the back. Now the difference between this one and the smaller lions is this is friction right here, but that's ratchet. So you got friction, ratchet, then friction with a ball joint, so you can actually turn the feet and move them like so. And that's the same in the back as well. Ratchet, friction, ball joint. So now I got him standing like he's drunk. There we go. Got the tail, which is posable. And this tail looks better than two smaller lions' tail. This is cool, but I'm guessing it's because this is not a combiner joint, so that's why they was able to just leave it as is. Blue Lion looks damn good. I'm loving this paint job on it. That is a premium paint job. You get the chrome. Nice looking head sculpt. You can turn it that much, a little bit more than the smaller lions. So yeah, so you can get them doing an off to the side pose, and you got that ratchet joint right here. So he can. I always looked at the Blue Lion as the girl lion in the group. I don't know why. Maybe because the princess started riding it. But it just seemed fitting that this was the girl lion in the group. I don't know why. I don't know. Like I said, maybe it was because of the princess. She ended up riding it. So y'all don't mind me. Anyway, he has the mouth that opens. you're gonna need a spudger. Now, I thought this thing was a weapon in the mouth that you could actually get to come up, but that thing does not move, and in the instructions, it doesn't show that as being a weapon. But it sure looks like it could be a mouth gun. But it's not, so I'm not gonna keep messing with it. Let's put the weapons in the mouth. And this plugs in pretty easily, not like the red line, which was giving me issues. Yellow lion, pretty much the same thing as the blue. Opposable tail, ratchets, friction ball joint. Got the same little ratcheted waist section. Oh, and one thing I forgot on the blue lion. Let me slide this over for a second. I almost forgot about the weapon right there. So you get that as well, which just folds up. So that's a fully armed blue lion, but you get the weapon right here. His is already out, but you can articulate it and make it move. This is a damn good paint job. That yellow is popping. The blue eyes on top of the yellow, the red, even the black. That's a damn good looking lion. And the chromed out legs, fingerprints, silver up top. I'm liking this thing too. And I pushed the legs in by accident. You just pull them right back out. Let's get him armed up. And his mouth opens up as well with the same type of little weapon in the mouth that's not really a weapon, but it looks like a weapon. Missed opportunity. But plug that in. Plugs right in. So far, the only one that gave me issues is the red lion with the mouth weapon. But there's the yellow lion with his blade. Yeah, that's a damn good looking lion. Those two together. Yeah. I'm digging it. So far, I think the blue is my favorite. And then we have the black lion, which always looked weird to me. And I think I know why. It's because it looks like not quite like a lion like the others. It looks like it's somebody that's just crawling around pretending to be a lion. That's what it always looked like to me. I don't know, but you got the tail back here that's posable. Of course, you got this open, but there's no way around it because these legs fold up in there. So you're gonna have this big hollow section in there. But you got the movable waist. Then you even get additional movement right here. You get ratcheted legs. A hard ratchet right here. Then you get ball joint foot. Ratchet up here. Soft ratchet right there. Ball jointed foot with a ratchet, which is crazy. This one even has a small ratchet. That's crazy. But let's see, get that back down like that. You can pull out the wings if you wanted to have the wings out in lion mode. I mean, if you want to do it, you can. I mean, it's whatever you want to do. It's your figure. Do what you want to do. Like the psychodrama song goes. If you're not from Chicago, you won't get that reference. But mouth opens. Again, it's another thing that looks like it should be a weapon, but it's not. I ain't gonna worry about it. Let's arm them up. Oh, before I do that, let's just let me pull this camera back some because he's a little bigger than the rest of them. But yeah, as far as paint though, it's a damn good paint job on this thing. That black is popping. Love the red. Gold chrome on the ears. This is the bottom, which is nothing but Voltron upper body, but you don't really see that. You know, this is what you see right here. So, but yeah, it's cool. I'm going to say that it's probably my third favorite out of the Lions, just because I'm not a fan of this look. Like I said, it looks like somebody is just crawling around pretending to be a lion. So far, my favorite is the blue, followed by the yellow, maybe the red, green, and then the black lion. I don't know. Y'all tell me, how y'all rank the lions? I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my rank right there. But let's get the blade in his mouth. And it doesn't look like this one plugs in. It just sits in his mouth like so. Uh-oh. Yeah, this one doesn't plug in. It just sits underneath the teeth. And he's sitting in there like that. Cannons on the arm from the top. And there you go. So that's all the lions with their weapons on. Let me pull this back out. I pushed it in. All right. So there's all the lions armed up with weapons, looking pretty good. All right, so here's the display stand with all the weapons from all the Lions and Voltron on it. And this is a damn good storage unit. Looks like the castle wall, which I thought was a nice touch. Even got some molded in details like the windows, the door. You got like brick layering. See, look at that. I'm losing stuff, but I just want y'all to see some of the details off to the side of this thing. Door, windows, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's just a plain color, but I mean, it doesn't need to be all extra fancy. It's a display case for all your weapons, and that's pretty cool. And again, you got the slide out piece that also holds additional weapons. Then you got the spinning blade right there and the additional faceplate for Voltron right there. So yeah, it holds everything. So even when you're not using the weapons, you can still put them on display in your display case, which is cool. And there you have Voltron all assembled. And he's a pretty good looking bot. Oh, I missed something. Easy fix. Done. I don't like these hollow spots, but I guess there's no way around it. I mean, there probably is. They probably could have put like some type of folding piece, but they didn't, so can't worry about it now. But he looks pretty good. Couple things I didn't like while I was putting it together. Pushing these arms in was like nerve-wracking because you got to push it till it snaps, and it felt just like I was gonna break something trying to get this to push all the way in. I don't like how you put the legs inside. Not that I don't like it, but it's chrome, and it seems like if you do it enough times, you're gonna mess up the chrome on the lion's legs. So they probably shouldn't have used chrome for parts that were going to be rubbing up against other parts doing combine mode. And those the back half of these legs are chrome. And again, you got to rub them up against stuff to get them situated inside the lions. And I'm kind of not a fan of how they got this back here as far as like for him to stand. It's just, I thought these were going to fold up and sit like directly level with the head, but it doesn't. You got to kind of like have them sitting down some and situate them with the head. It's like a balancing act. And then you got like these heel spurs that don't come quite far up enough for me. So I don't know. But for the most part, it's well done. And I got the lion head turned like this on purpose. If I'm not mistaken, that's how he used to look on the cartoon when he first formed Voltron. He had one off to the side and one sitting like that. I think it was the green lion. Y'all can tell I haven't seen the cartoon in a minute, but that's how I remember it. Now, while I'm doing this, I noticed all the swirls within the blue lion that I didn't notice before. I don't know if they meant to do that or not. And you can see my fingerprints already. But there's a lot of swirling. Look at that going on. I thought this was actually painted, but it appears to just be molded plastic coloring. And that doesn't look premium. That should have been painted if it was gonna have that look to it. Now again, I don't know if they did that on purpose, because it's the whole entire lion is like that, or they just got lazy on the blue lion, because the yellow lion, you don't see that. The green lion, you don't see it. The green lion actually looks painted. That looks like paint. Yeah, that looks like all paint. You don't see it with the black lion. So, or the red one. That looks painted. But the blue lion, for some reason, it just looks swirled all up in the plastic. Look at that. It's like everywhere. I wonder if they did that on purpose. Look at that. It's everywhere. See? Everywhere. Oh well. All right, let's continue with the figure. Here's Voltron with his sword, spinning blade. I had a hard time getting this on. That tab on the red lion giving me problems. But that's him with his sword and the spinning blade. Not bad. That's him with the screaming face. You know what? Something about this face on Voltron is just off to me. Maybe it's just too small. It just feels off. I don't know. I'm not sure. It feels off. I love the way this looks. But yeah, the face looks off. It looks too, like it gets too narrow as you go down. I don't know. Can't put my finger on it. But yeah. Then he has one more weapon. Let's put that weapon in his hand. Let's take the sword out. I'll do the green line because it's less problematic than the red one. And I'll take this off because it ain't doing nothing but just hanging. Because again, the tab in his mouth is giving me issues or problems. All right, let's do this. Let's put this in. Now watch how easy this one works. And done. See? No problem. If I'd have tried that over here, we still be on it right now. And these things keep moving as well. Even though it's got a latch you slide to make them lock in place, it keeps popping out and they keep moving. But I don't know if that's just my copy or that's just see? Pop back out and move. Know if that's just my copy or if that's just a common issue with this figure. Let's try to do some type of pose. Make it look somewhat dynamic. All right, that's him with his double-sided blade. All right, let's check out his articulation. See what kind of movement he has. So, first things first, the head. You can get up like that, but as you can see, that messes up the look tremendously. So I would say probably about to there, and only from certain angles because it doesn't look right. Because this entire thing, well, you can't do that. So if we do it like that, you can get about that far up. And then that far down, we put the stand back down. Rotates all the way around, but it's actually meant to sit low like this inside the body. So you only see the neck area of the scope. And I don't like this scope. I don't like it at all. Now, this thing right here has two little pieces that's supposed to lock these pieces into the body. But when you go to move the arm, this whole section just moves. It doesn't stay locked in like it's supposed to, which is a real bummer. So you pretty much got to hold this when you're maneuvering the arm. But the arm can go all the way around. Or can it? Nope, it stops. Actually, it stops when you get there. That's crazy. So they got it set up to where you can't go any further than that. And you see this thing moving down, up that high. Let's see something. It's really not gonna let me go any further than that, huh? Can I go from the other way? So I can go from that way and get it up. And let me see, will it go all the way around? Yeah, it'll go all the way around. So I don't understand how that works. That's a little crazy to me. I don't understand it. But you get bicep rotation. Now you get a single, with the single joint, you get the arm that far forward. But there's an additional joint that allows you to go even higher. So you got this double joint for the arm articulation near the elbow area. Rotation on the head. You can also pull it out to do some stuff like that. Stuff like that. If you want to do that. And you just push it back down. Same thing with this head over here. Let's see. Ab crunch. Rotation, but not a lot on the waist. And you see the wings move, but they're meant to sit like right up against that. That's why they got the grooves in their design like that, because that's where they're designed to sit. But you know, you can do what you want with them. You can have them up like that if you want. Can you even see that? Yeah, you can do that if you want to. But they're meant to sit like that. But they do pose. All right, with the legs, there is no drop down joint or anything like that. So whatever you get is what you get. And it's not a lot. You don't get a lot out. And you don't get a lot, well, you get a little bit up. That's as high as you're getting. And the leg is, this thing is so heavy, it's so loaded down with die cast that the leg, the joint can't even support the leg. It's just gonna fall right down. But it's fine. If it's in the leg area, I guess. It's when you have all this die cast up top that it becomes a problem. But these are not that bad, so I guess it's cool. Rotation on the upper thigh, which is cool. Then you get a leg bend, and it's not even 90 degrees. And it won't go any further than that, I don't think. Nope. That's as far as you getting. And that joint is too high up, so you won't be doing any kneeling poses with this figure. So the leg articulation is turning out to be trash. Get rockers. As part of the lion. You can also rock the head if you want, but you got it right here, but you can get even more off the head. You get down, up, and that's on both feet. And you get the ankle, what is that? Heel spur. So, and I believe that is everything with the articulation on this figure. So you're not getting any real dynamic poses out of him. Pretty much all your posing is gonna come from really the upper body. You're gonna be real dependent on the upper body doing all of the posing work to make him look like he's doing something, because the bottom half of him can't do jack. And I mean, that's just how it is, I guess. What did I do? Shouldn't this be? Nah, that's how it goes. But that's the articulation on the SOC Voltron. It's just all right. All right, my final thoughts. Not a fan of the face. Terrible for posing. And I'm not too crazy about the scale or the size. I mean, it's doable, just not my preference. But overall, it's good for the shelf if you don't mind a basic pose like this or a museum pose. You know, if you're okay with that, then you'll be good to go with this Voltron. Again, if you don't mind the size and it not being able to pose. A little while back, this thing was going for outrageous prices on the aftermarket. Outrageous. And I think even the original retail price, I was side-eyeing this thing like, nah, I'm good. So I never really considered buying it when it originally released because I just wasn't a fan of the scale. But that secondary market price, if I would have paid that price, not knowing what I know, and I would have got it, I would have been pissed because I don't think it's worth anything near what it was going for. I mean, this thing was going for like $800-900. I'm like, hell no. I don't even think it was worth the original retail price. I'm not sure that this is a must buy anymore because you got 3 other options now out there that kind of puts this one on the back burner. Like, I would only buy this one if I was a Voltron collector. If I'm not a Voltron collector, this would be the last one I would pick up, just considering the other 3 options. You know what I mean? This is dated technology, at least as far as like being able to pose. The articulation is dated. The length of the legs, the design of that is dated. Even the way the arms plug into the body, all that's dated. This is like dated technology. So you can't cover the legs, like the legs are visible in Voltron mode. So yeah, this is probably the least favorite out of all the latest incarnations of Voltron. So like I said, if you don't mind all those things and you cool with the price, which again, the price is cool, the latest retail price, then yeah, pick it up. But with all these new options out there, I don't know if it's worth grabbing anymore unless you're a Voltron collector. It's a solid Voltron. I mean, as a kid, I would have been in love with this thing. But yeah, it's a solid Voltron. But that's all I got. You might disagree. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. And on that note, another action figure review in the books. I'm gonna get up out of here. I'll holler at y'all later. Me and Voltron. Peace.